still have much more to come on the show because we're going to be talking about the Governor General's Achievements Awards for Excellence. That's still open. Also, Jamaica to host the 3rd International Youth Volunteer Camp. And our fresh on the block this morning is Yuri Garrett. But straight ahead, it's On the Road to Success. And this morning, host Yanique DaCosta has as her candidate, Jordan Samuels. That's straight ahead after the news with Michael Gordon.
Founder of the Live to Inspire movement and the students at the Florida Institute of Technology pursuing a bachelor's degree in aeronautical science. My guest on the road to success this morning is 20-year-old Jordan Samuels. Welcome, Jordan.
Welcome.
It's great to finally have you.
Thank you.
It's been so long. It's great to finally have you here with us. You just recently returned from school in Florida, so I'm really happy that you could actually make time to be here in your short vacation.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
All right, so tell me, Jordan, what inspired your decision to pursue becoming a pilot, really?
What really inspired my decision was that at an early age I was exposed to aircraft documentaries where I would sit and I would watch while they explain certain things about the aircraft.
No, this is just on television? Or?
On television.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, whenever I sit and I watch it, I was so amazed at how these things work. Mm-hmm. And I would always dream and think to myself that I would always see myself piloting one of these things one of these days.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're always into the technical aspect of things from high school. You went to Meadowbrook after 5 years. You went to CAC, also the Caribbean Aerospace College here in Jamaica. Yeah. And after like a year, you transferred to FIT, Florida Institute of Technology. Yeah. Why the change?
Well, based on a review of FIT's curriculum, I realized that it was more suited towards my interest and what I was pursuing.
Right.
And at the time, CSE was in its embryonic stage, where it was just beginning to develop. So I thought that in my best interest and, you know, seeing what FIT had to offer,
right, I
would just transfer to FIT and pursue my dreams to be a pilot.
All right, now you started off at CSE doing aircraft maintenance engineering, essentially. Totally different from what you're doing now, or not, maybe not so different. But what did you do? Was it an easy transition? Did you just transfer credits? What was the process like?
Well, it was an easy transition in the sense where aerospace science was like more tailored to what I was after. But the transfer of credits now, FIT saw CSE as a vocational school, so they said I couldn't transfer the credits.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Now, that's when you started, when you got to FIT is when you started Live to Inspire, the Live to Inspire movement or organization. That was in September 2013. Yeah. So tell us how it came to be and what's its real purpose.
Well, me and my friend Curtis Marsh, he's the co-founder, we were in our dining hall on campus, and he was mentioning to me that Stacy Reader of FIT wanted him to do a video to inspire people. Yeah. And I was saying to him, wow, you know, I have somebody from my church, and my church wanted me to do a video as well. Right. So we were talking, and as we were walking from the dining hall, we began saying, you know, why let it stop here? Right. Why not let it be an ongoing thing where we inspire people with our life constantly?
Okay, and you're both Christians.
We're both Christians.
Both Christians right here in Jamaica. And I think the most surprising part for me was that people were actually surprised that you were Jamaicans starting such a movement, because for whatever reason, okay, there are a couple of reasons, but for whatever reason, people see Jamaicans as party people. You know, they're wild and stuff. When they go to college abroad, they do the craziest things. How did you deal with that stereotype?
Well, how I deal with that stereotype is by proving them that Jamaicans go beyond just partying and just living it up. We are more deeper individuals where we aspire to be better than the normal, right? We aspire to break boundaries, and we are a people of difference, you know. So based on that, we show our lives and show them, say, hey, Jamaicans are not just known for that. Right? We're known to be people with decorum and people who aspire to be something different to inspire people.
All right, fantastic. Now, another issue I think that Live to Inspire sort of brought up was the fact that religious acts on a whole in schools in the U.S. are kind of almost taboo now. I mean, it was banned a little while back, any sort of religious acts like praying, anything like that. So how is it that you got Live to Inspire to get to such a height where even the president was endorsing the movement?
It's like, all right, when we started the movement, people started looking at us where they're like, you know, we're so brave enough to show that, you know, we believe in God, right? And I believe it's the difference that we show the people was got their interest spiked. So when we start going around on campus and people start ordering shirts and people want to know more about Live to Inspire, we caught the president's attention where, you know, we're two students, we're doing well in school, and we're trying to, you know, do something on campus to show the students that, hey, you know, with God we can do this work and we can do it to the full potential.
Right. So it's not just achieving your goals, it's achieving your goals through God.
Right, correct.
All right, so tell us what some of the challenges, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered?
Some of the challenges I've encountered is that, you know, I live in a single parent home with my mom, and she has to be playing like the mother and the father role, and is like she has to be footing everything. So it's like I have to be saying to myself, you know, my mother, it doesn't make any sense for me to be adding stress to my mother.
Right.
So I must try in my own self to better myself, you know, to make her proud. And one of the biggest struggles is that, you know, doing well, people look up to you to continue doing well.
Yeah, that's a little bit of pressure, right?
Yes. So it's like once I set the bar, I have to ensure that I maintain that bar and try to go a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, even with, you know, bills and stuff like that, you know, my mother has been trusting God, and, you know, we see God coming through with us on the bills and stuff. And, you know, today I'm a private pilot, you know, certified pilot.
Fantastic, fantastic. And you're just 20 years old. That's fantastic. And you have maintained your standard. You're a 4.0 average student. You have maintained your standard, and that is in the US. I don't know what the academic standards are like, if it's anything like in Jamaica, if it's the same, if it's the equivalent. But to maintain a 4.0 with all of the stress that you're probably going through in the back of your mind, it's really good that you're going so far. So where do you see yourself in about 5 years?
In about 5 years, I see myself working for one of the top airlines as a commercial pilot. And I see myself still being at the helm of this growing organization, Live to Inspire, and using my life to impact the youth in the society, you know, showing them, say, you know, it's not a person who just born into this perfectness.
Right.
But I went through a process, and I believed in God, and God brought me through.
Of course, of course. So what motivates you? Besides your belief in God, and besides your mother, what else, if anything else?
What motivates me the most is, of course, my mom and my grandmother, because those two ladies, they have shown me, they have been the role models in my home, right? Because I live in a home without a father. So you find that, you know, people, they know that thing where they're like, oh, you know, he doesn't have a father, so, you know, he's going to go off straight.
Right, he doesn't have that role model.
Right. So I basically use them to motivate me, because with their persistence and their hard work, you know, I realize that I can see the fruit of their labor. So based on seeing on their fruit of their labor, you know, that motivates me. I say, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Right. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, Jordan. It was really a pleasure to have you and continue doing so great in school. I'm pretty sure you're inspiring not only your church, but all the youth in Jamaica right here. Okay. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. My guest on the road to success this morning has been 20-year-old Jordan Samuels, founder of the Live to Inspire movement and an aeronautical science student at the Florida Institute of Technology. Now, if you or someone you know is on the road to success, email me at ontheroadtosuccess.cas@gmail.com and follow me on Twitter at Yanique Nissan for updates. After the break, the Governor General's Achievement Awards for Excellence. Stay with us.